How are you doing? This is Antoinette Louise Joy, the author of Becoming Phenomenal. This is an hour of girl talk. Me and my girls are going to be kicking it on subjects like diet, nutrition, love, romance, marriage, dating, clothes, what to wear, fashion, hair, wig. We're going to talk about all that. If you want to comment or even if you want to ask a question, you can call us. The numbers at the bottom of the screen. This is my dream come true. What is yours? God is good all the time, and you can become phenomenal too.
Okay, welcome everyone. Happy holidays. Welcome to the Antoinette Louise Joy Show. And today we have a fantastic guest. She's a doctor, and I'm going to let Miss Louise Joy introduce the doctor today. Hand it over to you, Louise.
Hey, thank you so much. Happy holidays for everybody. My scripture for today is there anything too hard for the Lord? And my quote for today is, you're tougher than you think. So thank y'all for attending. My guest is my church member and a good friend, so smart, knowledgeable. She deals with the mind, psychology. That's really, really something that a lot of people don't know. So I'm going to introduce her. I'll let her introduce herself. I'll hand it over to Dr. Sony.
Good morning. Yes, Antoinette is my church sister, and I'm honored to be on her show this morning.
Thank you.
So my name is Dr. Glory Joy-Sona. I'm a psychiatry nurse practitioner and a family nurse practitioner. So dual certified in family medicine and in psychiatry. And also doctorally trained. So I normally go by Dr. Glory to my patients, but formally I'm known as Dr. Joy-Sona. And I do own my own clinic as well. It's located over there on Memorial Drive. It's called First Stop Medical Clinic. And I also see patients virtually. And like I said earlier, I'm very honored to be on my sister's show today.
No, I'm the honored one, and I appreciate it. My subject today is so needed. It's called depression. And you know a lot about that because I know you see a lot of people. I know you see a lot of people that have that depression. Can you tell me a little bit about it and what can be done, or can we do anything? Are you born depressed, or do you just become depressed one day?
That's a very good question. And I say so because many people are not sensitized about what mental health is all about. In the United States, we have about 300 and something million people.
Million?
In the United States. And about 260 something million are suffering from depression. And the sad part of it all is that many don't even know they are depressed.
Okay.
Yes, and secondly, being that we are people of color, is still like a stigma to people to talk about mental illness. You know, so you may be depressed and you know, but you don't want others to know. And others include a doctor or a provider going to seek for help, you know. Yes, so mental illness, I tell people all the time, is like any other illness. The only difference is that it affects your mentation. And your mentation is part of your body.
I know.
So I always calm people down like that. Especially when someone comes to see me, I congratulate them because taking that first step to go see a provider, to me, you are a very strong person. That is a big leap, you know. So I always tell people, it's part of any other illness in your body,
Yes.
because your mentation
It's your
is still you.
Yeah.
And the good news with mental illness is that you don't stay on any of the medications forever.
Oh.
Because when you get better, then
They tirade
they
you.
start tapering you down.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
The
That's
only
great.
difference with physical ailment is that the medications you may last a little bit longer on the medications. But I really need people to know that it's the same like any other illness.
Yes.
And the government, luckily, has issued an order when President Barack Obama was in power
Mhm.
for all insurances to treat mental illness the same like
Good.
any physical illness. So your
Good.
insurance cannot refuse you care.
Right.
Good. Absolutely great. So
Absolutely.
what do you give them? You give them medicine, or do you do therapy, or do you do something else to help them when they're depressed? Because I've been depressed now, but I had postpartum depression, which I didn't get anything for. Do they do anything for that?
So the guidelines for treatment for things like depression, anxiety, is actually medication and therapy combined.
Okay.
That's the guidelines. But we do have many people who are just on medication or on therapy. And it also depends the age group.
Okay.
For like young children is more you start with therapy first.
Okay.
And if that doesn't really help, then we augment it with medication.
Okay.
Yes, and the medication has to be managed.
Now,
It's
I'm
not like they just give you medication
Right.
and then leave you on the same dosage.
Right,
No, it
right.
has to be managed.
Now I'm curious. Is autism or AHD for children? Is that mental or no?
ADHD.
Yes,
ADHD.
ADHD. So is that mental health, or what about autism? Because I have an autistic granddaughter.
So,
Is that mental health? Where does that fall under?
So right now, so ADHD is mental health.
Mental health.
Autism is on the spectrum, like special needs.
Mhm.
But all of those have been classified under mental health right
Okay,
now because
under
they are
mental
all
health.
on the DSM-5.
Okay.
Yes, and they are like developmental. Autism is like
Yes.
developmental. Is under the developmental
Yes.
sector.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So it is mental, and there's medication.
It can be medication,
can.
but it's more therapy.
So therapy.
Yes, therapy.
Okay.
Yes. And I just really need to clarify this. Even though it's on the DSM-5, it's something that is considered developmental and behavioral. So it's not like how can I put it? So most of these children with autism were born like that, right? So you would say special needs.
Special
You know,
needs.
yes. So because it's developmental and behavioral. I
Okay.
think it's because of the behavioral part that is why it's considered part of mental health.
I have a question. Now, you just mentioned that with autism, most of the children were born that way. But why is it then the children doesn't exhibit autistic signs until after certain,
Age. Huh?
not age, after certain environmental things that have been introduced into these children, like the vaccines, the childhood vaccines? Because I've seen many, and I'm not just speaking of 1, 2, 3. I've seen many children and many parents with children that are 1, 2, 3, 4 months old that were developmentally developing like what we would
Normal.
consider normal developmental
Normal.
stage. And they take them to get their childhood vaccines. And within weeks after the vaccine is introduced, which is an outside component, correct? Meaning that it's outside
Environmental.
of the body, something
Environmental.
introduced from the environment, right?
Mhm.
And now all of a sudden they're not talking anymore, or they stop walking, or they stop crawling, or now they're stuttering that they weren't doing before. And the minute they get, and all of this can't be coincidental, can it?
Do you think it has a connection with vaccines?
So I don't want you guys to say I'm biased here, but studies have shown that really it doesn't.
It does.
Yes, because as a doctorally trained individual, I am also considered to be a scholar. So I study all the time still. Medicine evolves a lot. So I read journals, look at new development, things that are happening in medicine, to know what the updates are. So like she said, yes, there are cases I've heard people saying that when these children go get vaccinated, this
they develop
happens and things like that. But then I go in to read journals and things like that, because what are journals? These are studies that people have made or are ongoing, that they are still doing to find out if this truly is a fact.
Right.
I cannot just, because I'm a scientist, I cannot just say yes,
Well,
or no.
Well,
I have to,
absolutely not.
yes, I have to.
Absolutely not. But the same way these journals are looking at certain aspect, why aren't they looking at that aspect?
And is
You
it
know what I mean?
people? And is
Because
it people of color?
Specifically, I'm looking at, so when I'm talking about this, I'm talking specifically on what concerns this for your question. Yes.
And do the studies
so
include us, people of brown and black? Is it us or
modern studies now? Everything, every person.
It's
yes,
everybody.
because yes, especially our people are being
Cultural.
included in studies a lot.
But
now,
when you see
because they are paying them,
Okay.
they pay you to be
Okay.
a part of the study.
Okay.
So they include us,
So what you're saying is that
Hispanic
when you
people and things like that.
it includes all ethnic groups,
Yes.
Groups.
and it
Yes.
is
And they are-
studies of when they get the vaccine, if this is actually what is occurring, what occurs. when
And
they-
so studies have found that no, it's not really because of the vaccine.
But here
Yes.
to be an antagonist
Okay.
to what we're discussing. Okay, so I can be the bad guy today. The same way in Tuskegee, for over 40 years, they said these people were getting.
syphilis?
No, they gave them syphilis
I
in
know that.
vaccines,
Mhm.
but studies were showing they were getting medication for their illnesses and things like that, and vitamins and minerals and all those things. And then years later, it turned out that it showed that that wasn't the case. But all the studies have shown that when people were saying every time these people went and got vaccinated, they wind up ill and sick and whatever, but the studies were showing something else.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And now here we are again, how many years later? And these parents, I don't feel like these parents have lost their minds.
Right.
I don't feel like these parents are not in tune with their children. And even though those journals and those people, scientists that are out there saying that they've studied, who are they studying?
That's what I'm
Where
wondering.
are they getting these studies from?
And is it
because these
colored
are facts
children?
of children. And these are not 1, 2, 3, 10, 20. Because, of course, when we do a research, you have to have a certain number of group. And then you have to have another section, a group that may be getting placebos, what have you, and then kind of look at both.
Yes.
But these are actual cases that these things are happening to, and I don't think it's too important for us to dismiss it and say, well, the experts are saying this. Well, maybe the expert need to look at this then. Maybe they need to look a little deeper to see what's happening with our children and what's going on in the community.
Yes. So I'm glad you brought that up. Remember, during the Tuskegee time, several years ago, we did not have so many scholars of color.
That's
We
true.
do have a lot now.
That's
and there
true.
are many in research as well. So it's not just the Caucasians or the white people who are conducting research now.
Well,
you
I-
have so many people of color in research and handling big positions who are doing all these things.
Right.
Too.
Well, I understand
You know,
that,
yes,
doctor.
and what happened during the Tuskegee time is true.
Mhm.
It's
It
true.
was biased. It
And it
was
was,
Right.
they were
biased.
biased, and they were
Right.
doing, and it was
Yes.
it was racially
It was
motivated.
racially.
And I
yeah.
and
Yeah.
I and I still feel that a lot of what's going on is motivated by the lesser, not really the color, but the lesser.
Yes.
Like we're not the elite, okay? Because I don't see their children are running around with so many autism. I've never seen. Matter of fact, this was unheard of. Almost completely unheard
20
of
years
when I
ago.
was a child.
20
And
years
then,
ago.
Then when my children were children, when my kids were children, I've never seen so much autism. Now they're introducing 9 shots in one syringe to a newborn. Why? Including the hepatitis vaccine. Why does a newborn need hepatitis vaccine?
And the thing is, one thing I want everyone to know is that all this is not limited only to a particular race. It's for
That's why I
everyone.
said. That's why I
It's
said
for
it's not right.
everybody.
That's why I said it's for the lesser, and it could be Caucasian, Black, Asian, Indian. It
So
doesn't
you think
matter.
it's the money?
We are the lesser.
So you have to do
Exactly.
with income.
I think it's motivated another way. There's something else going on that's bigger than us. But I've never seen this many autism in children in the
And-
whole entire time I've
and-
been growing up.
and-
Ever.
And the thing too is that secondly, in the hospitals now, you have healthcare professionals from all backgrounds, and when you have your child, and per the World Health Organization, and here in America per the CDC, we in America go with the CDC
I don't even
vaccine
trust them,
program,
but anyway.
you know, and then if you look at the World Health Organization vaccine program, it's the same. It's not really different.
So it's no difference.
Yes, it's not really different. So it's not like we people of color, we go somewhere else for our own, and then the white
Right.
people go
Somewhere
to a
else.
place. Yes. So this issue I've heard, because it's becoming more political somehow. And I don't like to involve myself in something that is
Okay.
political.
Well, you know, I'm
but
speaking of
speaking
the,
from
of
the science
actual
point of
autism.
view.
That's what I'm speaking of. The actual autism that
And-
children are developing.
Yes, and there are many other environmental factors that can lead to mental health,
Which is-
mental illness.
which is
you
true.
know, yes.
But for children, okay. All right.
So
They say that it's the mercury. They cut that
It's
out
not- it's
because
not
they
just-
said it
they
was
didn't cut it
mercury
out.
at one
They didn't cut
time.
it out, Michelle. They
So
did not
they
cut it
say
out.
they cut it
You have
out,
that, You
mercury.
have the aluminum. That's
That
in
too.
The, all
they
these
say they
heavy
cut all
metals
that
are
heavy
in these
metals
things.
out
So
because they
didn't cut
they
it out.
said that the heavy metals contributed to
They-
the mental health and autism and the ADHD and all that. They saying that the stuff they had before contribute to it, but they've taken all of that out
Well,
of
if
them.
that's
I
the
still
case,
remember-
Michelle, then
I-
why aren't we? Why didn't our generation have this amount of autism? Matter of fact, if medicine have evolved to be better,
and medicine
and now
is
we
still,
have
and medicine is still evolving,
Right,
because
so-
it's medicine, it has to evolve,
Right,
because
exactly.
more research will be coming up with studies to help,
Exactly.
you know.
So that's the point I'm making. So if it were that when we were younger and medicine weren't this advanced as it is now, why is it now we're having more autism in our communities than we were then when we didn't have all the advanced medicine back then? Why? Because we didn't have as many vaccines back then as we do now.
Also-
They need to look at all of these factors.
Also remember that now most of the food that we eat, we don't even have organic stuff anymore.
The vaccine
but
is
in
in
those
the food.
days, we did have organic
Right,
stuff.
right.
So
All the preservatives
many
and stuff
things,
that
a lot
put
of
in.
preservatives.
The preservatives,
So many things
all
are
the
coming
things that
in.
they're
Listen,
giving up.
I-
Well, we didn't
Yes,
have
if we have
50
to-
years ago.
You know what?
Exactly.
The
You know what?
preservatives
I'm
Then
glad-
now,
and the stuff that they giving the chickens
yes.
and whatever to grow faster.
And
glad
the
you-
children
hormones.
eat
Yes,
that.
and also,
Hormonals.
now, in those days when you guys were growing up, tell me, you had the freedom to play around. You can go visit a neighbor. Now, children don't have those
Yeah,
privileges.
but I'm talking about even
The
with
world has become very evil.
right. But I'm
Children
talking
don't have those privileges.
Right.
They are confined in their homes.
right.
Those are
For
all
protection, for
yes,
safety.
But I'm
those are all parameters that can lead to something.
Well, I get it, but
You
I'm
know.
talking about even infants that don't know that they can't go play next door. I'm talking about infants that really don't know the world as yet, that these things are developing in, that they will develop in great, what we consider normal developmental stage, and after that, after their vaccine, their first childhood vaccine, now things have changed. These are the things I'm talking about. And I know you said you don't want to be political, and I'm glad you brought up the food, but there's a certain person, without me naming a name, that stated, if you won't take your vaccine, you will eat your vaccine. So they're putting the mRNA into foods that you're buying in the grocery store. So the same vaccine that you would go take with the CD, you know what I'm talking about.
No,
With
when they
that,
say you eat your vaccine, so
Well,
there
yeah,
are vaccines
you don't believe
that
that that's
there
in
are
there?
vaccines that they give people give
No,
through
no.
the mouth.
No. I'm
and
ta-
vaccines have a
Ma'am.
an age. Let me put it that way. A timeline. Vaccines
Ma'am, no.
cannot live.
No.
Or cannot. You
No.
cannot, You cannot
Research
use
it.
vaccines
You said-
after a certain number of time.
No.
So we store vaccines in the refrigerator.
No.
You know?
No.
So-
not these. Not these.
So what kind of food is that?
Okay,
I don't know about that one.
you do your research. You said you're a scientist. Do your research, because I've been researching. Okay, I have been researching, and that's what I
Paulette
do.
is a nurse practitioner as well.
I do
She's
that.
also an NP.
Okay, but I'm saying, as far as research, I have been researching because too many things that was not making sense. The math was not mathing. It wasn't clicking. It wasn't. We were doing things and getting things and it wasn't making sense why they were saying we needed to do certain things. So I stepped back and I started looking. And God said, when you seek, you shall find. So I was looking and seeking, and I found. And when I found certain things, I went further. It led me down a rabbit hole. And there's 3 doctors that I work with that they all know the truth of what's going on, which I'm not at liberty to say right now because, we're on this platform. But what I'm saying to you is there are certain things introduced in your food, and we're not talking about the regular vaccines that would hydrochloric acid would destroy and certain things would happen if you ingested it and stuff like that. I'm talking about certain mRNA factors that create spike protein factors that does not have expiration dates.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Wow.
talking about.
What I want to know is, getting back to the original depression, is it higher in holidays than it is non-holidays?
So holidays can trigger mental illness.
Okay.
Yes, there are so many stressors that come into play
Oh,
during the
okay.
holidays.
So it does spike
yes,
during
it
holidays.
may, yes.
Okay, can
Number
I
one, yes.
ask
go
you,
ahead.
doctor, what how would a person know, what are the signs and the symptoms of depression?
Very nice question. So, depression is a mood illness, sadness, crying spells, poor concentration, poor sleep, irritability,
I got all them. Okay.
feeling hopeless, feeling helpless,
Wait.
feeling guilty about something, shame, all those things.
Sometimes you can be blue though, because sometimes I can be blue. So it's not that I
Well, the
need
difference
medicine.
is it don't last
Right.
long. That's
right.
the difference.
So I'm saying you can have it, and it can be just for today. Because today
Yes.
I might be blue.
So all these symptoms have to be persistent for at
Okay.
least 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay.
So there is
For
a
it to be-
timeline.
yes.
Because
So
I
in
was
mental
like, you
health
sounding
is-
like stuff I do.
Yeah.
Now,
So in
hold
mental
up.
health is the symptoms and time.
time, that's
frame.
it.
Yes.
Okay.
Before you can legibly diagnose someone with
So it has to be
a-
over
a
2
disease
weeks
for depression.
for depression.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So if you're just feeling
Blue
that
today.
way today,
Yeah.
no, it's not
'Cause I'm
depression.
like, some
and then
days
tomorrow
I'm
you are
like,
fine and good. But if you are consistently for like 2 weeks, you're feeling like that,
Okay.
struggling with yourself and things like that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that is depression. So when a patient comes to see the provider and the patient is, talking their problem to the provider, giving them how they feel and things like that.
They're gonna ask
yes.
you.
So in that conversation, the provider would like to know, how long has this been going on?
Right. Right.
And that's
Yes.
another thing.
Yes.
They passed some kind of government thing because I just went to the doctor last month and she asked me about depression. So now the doctors have to ask the residents?
Yes. So they
This is
give
new.
it's
Patient
good.
to me.
The patients, I'm sorry. This is new because she's never asked that
Yeah,
before.
so normally your private care provider was supposed to give you that. Normally, all private care providers were supposed to be giving all their patients during their annual physical the depression screen, which is like the PHQ-2, which asks just the 2 questions. And if that is positive, then they can go to the PHQ-9,
Okay.
And get
and
more
then yes, that
in-depth.
way then you refer the person to
Because I was
the
surprised.
specialist.
That's
So,
the first time she's done that. So this
So
is
they can
something
get
new.
you linked up with being mentally ill.
That's what it is.
No, it doesn't mean that if
Look
it's
here.
positive, you are
Look
mentally
here.
ill.
It's
So
a
they will
primary-
send
it's a
you
primary.
to see
Somebody
uh,
professional.
Yes, a professional like myself, and then we go from there.
Okay.
I've seen people who are not mentally ill, but they thought they were because they referred them. And then I don't diagnose them with anything.
I'm no on everything.
Yes. So
But if you're
that's the
blue
thing.
and you're feeling blue and it lasts for, like I said, when I went to the doctor last month, this is the first time she's asked me if I was feeling blue. She was saying, like, have you been depressed and this, that, and this, that. I'm like, no. Why are you asking me this?
They made
'Cause-
it part of the.
Yeah, they made it part of the
examination.
exam now, your
So,
physical.
And we don't ask you from a mental point of view. I don't ask the patient, are you depressed? Yes, there are questions that I can ask to get the symptoms from them because
'Cause that
in
patient
mental
may not
health
know if they're
we diagnose
depressed.
people
Right.
with symptoms.
Right.
You know.
And then they might get offended. Why you asking me that? I ain't nothing wrong with me. Ah. So that way, if you say the symptoms, have you been feeling blue or have you been sad?
You just ask them simple, how are you feeling?
Okay.
Or how have you been feeling? They
Okay.
tell you how long,
Yeah.
you know, things like that. They tell you. And as the conversation is going, you know exactly what to ask. Depending, you know how to direct the conversation.
That's it.
And then you get what you want from the person. Because I want you all to understand one thing. Mental health patients are very intelligent.
Oh,
They're
I
very
know.
smart.
Oh,
Oh,
And
we
so-
know that.
Yes.
Oh, we work
Well, you know,
psych. I
mental
done did
health
psych.
and intelligence, it is they're two separate things.
Ain't nothing wrong with that part of
Because
them.
a person can have psych issues and be
Very
intellectual.
intelligent.
That's two different
And they
parts.
are.
So
Right,
you
yes.
want to build that trust with your patient. And as soon as that patient gets that trust, builds that therapeutic alliance, they will spill everything. They will tell you exactly how they feel. But if that trust is not there, you will not get it. And you will not be able to help the person.
Now, I did psych
So
nursing.
it is that trust. You need that trust as a provider, not just a mental health provider. I hear you are a nurse practitioner. So you build that trust with your patients as well, right? For you to treat them well. Yeah.
Yeah, I did home health, psych, mental health. And I had a patient, this particular patient just comes to mind. I went to see this lady for a whole month. She never spoke, not one time. She just stared at me. Well, can I get your arm to take your blood pressure? She would obey. She never spoke. So after a month, I said, "Ma'am, I'm gonna get you another nurse because it don't look like me and you working out here." She said, "You all right? I like you. I want to keep you." She spoke. I'm looking crazy. Why you can speak? Yes.
When she wanted to.
That's what she said.
She had to feel you out.
That's what she said.
Had to.
But you could have spoke in 30 days. But I
just
thought
watching
something was
you.
wrong with her. I thought she was deaf or mute. She said, "No, I've had a lot of nurses. Some of them I don't like. Most of them I don't like. I like you." Okay.
And the thing too with this relationship between a provider and a patient is that, like I always tell my patients, it's a known fact. Patients know their body better than any provider.
Correct.
So I work with them.
Right.
I like them to be on board, not just letting me do what I know how to do best.
Right.
But you need to be on board.
Right.
And I believe that a patient who is more into their own care gets the best
Right.
out of it. So, and I tell them that from day one. So they like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how important is the family?
Family is very important in mental health because you need that support.
Okay.
You need that support.
And it's good for the family. It's good for the family to be involved so they understand the course of treatment that this person is under. You know, like you said, so they can support it. Because if they just show up at home and say, "Okay, I'm doing this," they may not truly understand what it entails, what's their part in it, how they can help with it. And not even, like you said, in mental health, like let's say it's someone with hypertension. The wife, if she's not involved, or if it's a young adult and the mother's not involved, she may cook a certain way, not considering that, okay, he's now diagnosed with hypertension. I can't introduce this into the meal or that into the meal, or, you know, so it's just good for family to be involved to help with the course of this person's treatment.
All right. Well, that's the end of our segment. Thank you so much. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Thank you. Hey, how are you doing? This is Antoinette Louise Joy, the author of Becoming Phenomenal. This is an hour of girl talk. Me and my girls are going to be kicking it on subjects like diet, nutrition, love, romance, marriage, dating, clothes, what to wear, fashion, hair, wig. We're going to talk about all that. If you want to comment or even if you want to ask a question, you can call us. The number's at the bottom of the screen. This is my dream come true. What is yours? God is good all the time, and you can become phenomenal too. Hey, how is everyone doing? We're returning to the show. I just want to remind you that my new book, Jada and Santa Claus, pull that up, Mia. It's the new book. It's out. It's on Amazon. And I'll be doing 2 book signings, one in New Orleans next Saturday at Chuck E. Cheese at 3 o'clock. And then my other book signing will be on the 21st in Conyers. This is the book. It's available now on Amazon. Now, what we usually do on this segment is we go over beauty and whatever things we can help with you to become phenomenal. This is one of my beauty buys. This was one of my thrifting outfits. I got it at Goodwill. It was $5. You team this up with your shoes, your heels, your jewelry, whatever you want, and you can have a date, and you don't even have to pay $10 for that dress. That's what I do. I thrift. That's my new thing now. I'm getting old in my age, so thrifting is what I like to do, saving money. Now, we're going to talk about makeup because Mia is going to steer me toward the makeup. I used to do certain things, and I still do certain things, but now she's telling me they got a new way to put on makeup.
Yes. Hi. I just found this out as well. they used to tell us to put the makeup foundation on the back of our hand because the hand was got sunlight and it was darker, so we would match our foundation with the color of our hand.
Yeah, that's what I still do.
But now they're saying that to match your foundation, what you do, well, first of all, you have to find out what your undertone is.
How do you find that?
And your undertone is either warm, neutral, or cool. And what you do is you look at your veins in your arm, and if your veins are green, that means that you have a warm undertone. If your vein is blue, you have a cool undertone. And if you have both blue and green veins, then that's neutral.
Okay.
And then after you find out what your undertone is, then you find out what your shade is. The shades are fair, light, medium, and dark or deep. And some foundations companies, they top them as either dark, or medium deep, and then deep. Now, how you select your foundation is you find your shade. Is they tell you to find either 2 or 3 shades that you think may be your color.
No, wait. You can't put it on the side of your face?
Yeah, that's what you do now.
Test it?
That's
Okay.
what you do now.
All right.
That's what you do now.
Okay.
Instead of putting it on the back of your hand,
you put it on
find
your
2
face.
to 3 shades that you think that may be your color,
Uh-huh.
and then you put it on the side of your face. And then they tell you, like, if you're at the drugstore, or let's say you were at the company that starts with the S or the company that starts with the U.
Well, Dillard. I could be
Or
a
they
Dillard.
can help you, but what they're saying is that you find the sunshine, or you find go outside, or you go to a window, and what you have to do is wait 5 minutes because that gives the foundation time to oxidize.
Okay.
And what you if it turns orange, then it's not. But what you're looking for is if the foundation becomes invisible or it matches with your skin. It blends very
Okay.
well with your skin.
Okay.
And that's how you find out
Your true color.
your true color.
Okay.
And a lot of the companies also are helping you as well. The
Okay.
cosmetic companies as well.
Good. Okay. So once I find my color, do you use a sponge or a brush?
It's
Which one
whatever
is
your
better?
preference. Whatever your preference is. Now, if you're using a powder, you will use a brush. If you're using a liquid, I would use a sponge, and that's how I would apply it. By sponge, it's whatever your preference is. That's how you use
Okay.
it. But also remember, ladies, good skincare is the key.
You have to.
You have to cleanse your face. You have to moisturize it. You have to put on your vitamin C serum. You have to put on your sunscreen, your primer as well. Your primer is what's going to hold your foundation in place.
Yes.
And then after you do your primer, you put on your foundation. That's what you do. And blush, you asked me to also talk about blush placement. It depends
and
on
also the color.
the color.
So I see some women with blush and it look like an apple on their cheek. It's a red spot right here that they done put on the cheekbone.
Yes, it depends on what the effect you're looking for. If you're looking for a fuller face, if you're looking for a snatched face, if you're looking for a fuller face, then you would put it here. If you're looking for a snatch face, you will put it up here. But what I use as well, I use a cream, and I dot it here, and then I blend it in, and then I follow it with a powder. A powder, you use a setting powder. You use a setting powder, and the setting powder that you add to it would actually makes the blush blended in. Because a lot of people, they women, they shy away from fuchsias and reds, and
Yes.
but it's all how you apply it. And remember, you don't need a lot. And once you get your blush on your brush, you always shake it off. A little bit goes a long way. Remember that.
And
don't
you have
need
to
a lot.
put a setting? Don't you have to spray it with?
Okay, that's after you put on your makeup, you put on your blush, your lipstick, all of that. Then you set it. That's what keeps it in place. But the primer before the foundation and the setting spray after the foundation. But you can use a setting powder before you put on the setting spray as well.
I only have one question, and of course, controversial me. You said a sunscreen. I feel like we have melanated
Skin.
women. We don't need a sunscreen.
We
really,
burn too.
We really don't.
We do.
No.
At least 30%.
Okay, so what is a sunscreen blocking? Think about that.
The rays of the sun.
Why do we need to block the rays of the sun when the rays of the sun is what we need to keep us healthy?
But too much rays of the
I
sun.
think
is
it
not
has to
good.
do with
It's
your
not good.
skin
Do you
color
know-
too.
Do you know they're taking
somebody that has a
Hold
skin
on.
color like this
Do you know-
needs it.
They
Now,
need.
do
They
you know
need.
that
They
need.
need it. She
So,
needs it.
so if I can jump in here.
Jump in.
Yes. Yes.
So the sunscreen actually blocks the UV
Rays.
of the sun.
Right.
And all humans, regardless of whether we are melanin imbibed or not, we need something to block that UV ray, because that is the
That's what
what
damages.
causes skin
Cancer.
cancer.
Right.
And black
Okay.
people, even very dark skinned black people, still do have skin
Well, okay,
cancer.
so let me.
Yes. We
So
do
the
need,
reason I asked her that, because I just watched the whole research on this.
We do
And
need
the doctors are researching, and they're stating that while we're using sunscreen, there is certain things in our melanin that is blocking UV rays. They're taking melanin now and trying to put it into certain products in order to block that for other people that doesn't have the melanin that we have. And they said that when we use sunscreen to block that, it blocks other important vitamins and minerals that it synthesizes, not just the UV rays, and that we were already built with that the melanin adapts.
So what we get from the sunlight is actually vitamin D.
Right.
And it's at a
understand that.
particular time of the day. Not all the sunlight gives you vitamin
Which
D
is
in
true.
any case.
Which
Right.
is true.
Yes, but
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Which
I
is
didn't know
true.
that.
Which is true.
Yes. So, but the UV ray is the destructive part of
Right,
the
which
sun.
is
And-
true.
Right.
And so,
But-
like
but-
I said again, and it has been proven, because like you are saying, I also thought so.
No,
That
no,
we-
no. I was just watching this.
No,
Just
no,
this-
but I thought so
Yeah,
myself. I
I
thought so
I
that
just-
we don't need it because we
just-
we
you
have
know
our
what?
melanin that
I-
protects us.
I
But we get
literally,
burned too.
you know what? I
Yes.
literally
We get burned
just,
too.
I literally
Yes.
just,
Because
But we
now
do
you're
need
looking at
sunscreen.
you're looking at what do they call that now? Where the sun, we're getting more sun now. What do they call that
Now.
in the atmosphere now?
You talking about the ozone layer?
The ozone layer, because of
the
the
ozone layer.
destruction
Yeah,
that has been going
yes,
on. Yes,
that
you know
we're
the
getting-
weather is the weather is changing,
Right.
because of all this
ozone.
destruction in the ozone layer, and it's becoming bad
Right, right.
than before even. So yeah, we really do need sunscreen.
Paulette, what were you saying?
oh, I'm done.
The number here, 770-485-7724. was it? Okay. Call in 470-689-3832. Call in. If you want to ask some questions about melatonin or melanin or sunscreen. Personally, I've never used sunscreen. I do, however, protect my face I do the facial every night. I do the moisturizing. But the sun
Are
so
you using
much.
the vitamin C? Vitamin C serum is good too.
I do that every night. I'm not going to lie. I'm not consistent with the vitamin C serum, but I do moisturize it.
What does it do?
It's an anti-inflammatory. It's
So we
yeah.
just get the
And it's
vitamin
good
C
for your
serum and
skin.
Apply to
Right.
our
I will
faces,
put that on before I moisturize your face.
both
You will put
morning-
you put the vitamin C serum on, then you use your hydroxyonic acid,
On
your
the face.
moisturizer, and then after you do that, you put on your sunscreen before you put on your makeup.
What about the vitamin E serum? Is it also good?
You can use vitamin E.
No,
Yeah, you
I've
can
never
add-
used the vitamin E.
Vitamin E is good too it's like for dark circles, correct? Vitamin E.
I don't even know. They say it's part of
I don't
beauty.
use it.
Yeah, you can use vitamin
It's
E.
certain things, like I have a routine, and I use mostly creams. Oils are okay, but for me, I do mostly the creams.
And it depends on what your skin type is. If you're oily or if you're dry, or if
Right,
your
I'm
combination,
dry.
you will use
I'm dry.
according to what your skin. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dry. My skin is dry. I'm dry. Everything dry. So I do the cream.
How do you know if you're combination or oily? It's from your face, right?
By your face. A lot of people have the combination, which means they might be normal skin tone on their cheeks, but their T-zone, their forehead and down their
Nose,
and
chin.
chin is oily.
Okay.
That's called combination.
Yeah.
When you're dry, you know it's flaky, dry and flaky,
I want to
and
emphasize,
especially around this time of year.
I do want to emphasize, though, that regardless of your age, because it's a myth that you don't need to do skincare. And what the commercials do is they show all these young people on TV. They do skincare, but actually, as soon as you are an adult, you need to start doing skincare.
And can I say one more thing, Antoinette? Early at in your 20s, you losing collagen, so it's very
Yes.
important for you to take a collagen supplement.
Yes.
I take
Now, I
a
do
collagen
that.
powder,
I
and
do
I
the
also
powder.
take a liquid
I do the powder every
There's-
morning in my coffee. I do the collagen powder.
because we lose
Where do I get the
collagen.
best one? I've never taken one, so I have to start there.
Well, I got one that starts
Your
with an
skin is
N and a
flawless,
P.
But mine, and I may be a little older than you now, as we get over 65, now I have to do something. And I do. I do the collagen. Like, matter of fact, she the one got me started doing the collagen.
Where do I get it?
You get
Any
it
drugstore?
online. You can get
I
it
get it
at
at
drugstore.
Walmart.
I get one
I get
that
it at
starts with an
Walmart.
N and a P. That
says
that you
NLP
can buy in bulk, like three, and then there's one that starts with a S. That's a liquid. It has vitamin C in it.
Well, I buy mine at Walmart. I just pick it up. It's over where the protein is,
they
the
send
protein
it every-
liquid, the drinks, all that. That's where
Yeah,
I
they
get to
send
pick
it
up mine.
every. They send it every month.
You get the kind that
The
comes
S and
monthly.
it start with the S
Yeah.
and P.
Yeah, I just buy mine at the drugstore. Walgreens has collagen. And like I said, it's over there where the powders are, where the protein powders and all that, it has the collagen.
Yes.
And what foods are rich in collagen? Is it like the cartilages of meats and things like that?
So for collagen, it's vegetables. It's certain vegetables, like different seeds and vegetables. I think they were saying, what's this one that you can get?
No, beef broth. Beef broth.
It's good.
Beef
Yes,
broth
it
is
is.
good.
But there's something
Beets.
else.
Beef. B-E-E-F.
They have a broth that you
Okay,
can
beef.
buy, but it's something else that's good in collagen. It's some I can't think. It won't come to my
But then you will
tongue.
have to eat. But then you will have to eat a lot of it.
You
have
can
to
buy
eat-
it now. The beef broth you can buy, but it's something else that has collagen. I can't. It's the stuff they tell you is for when you for your hormones when you don't. What's the food? The food stuff. I can't think of that name. But they do have foods and stuff that can help because that's where all your sources should come from anyway. Your fruits, your vegetables, as well as your meats.
I'll ask one of the dietitians, and
Yeah, because they have one, and I'm just thinking, I can't think of the name of this particular one that's really good for you, and the name just doesn't. It's on my
thank you
tip of
so
my
much
tongue.
for that
You are so
education.
wel- you are so
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're
Yeah.
so welcome.
So we were getting, we're going to be narrowing down. I just want to let people know that even though the holidays, we're going to be in that holiday season, if you suffer from some depression and it's for longer than 2 weeks, then you do need to seek help. Dr. Isoni is available. I don't know what area of town you live in, but she's on Memorial. What's your address, Dr. Isoni?
So 3375 Memorial Drive, Suite G, Decatur, Georgia, 30032. But I do see patients virtually a lot. I'm in that office only on Thursdays in the afternoons. So I see people more virtually. I serve the whole of Georgia. So they can go to my website, firststopmedicalclinic.com, www.firststopmedicalclinic.com, and you can book your appointment there. Look for availabilities, book your appointments. You can also search for your insurance. Everything is on the
Website.
On the website, yeah.
Yeah, and
yes,
we
we do.
virtually make it more convenient
Yes.
for them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So if you
make it
live
more
longer,
convenient.
you don't have to travel. You can just
yes.
go on and do the virtual.
Yes, and I see
Right.
people with depression,
Right.
anxiety, bipolar, which are all mood disorders, psychosis, schizophrenia, PTSD, insomnia, sleep problems, and ADHD.
But what, I want to bring up that too as far as the holidays with depression. But one of the other treatments for depression is the Bible. God says not to worry. He said not to be anxious about anything, but with all things.
For prayer and supplication.
Some things that man won't be able to do for you. A pill won't get it. But with prayer, a whole lot of that depression and some of those anxieties can be relieved. Some of my favorite chapters is Psalms and Proverbs. But another favorite verse that I have, I just tweeted today on my social media. It says that before you even open your mouth to ask God, he's already, honey, help is already on the way. Before you even utter the word, Lord, help me, he's already dispersed angels
Right.
to your side to help with whatever you
That's
have
right.
going on. And he knows that. This is the end of our program. Oh, thank you, Dr. Isoni. Thank you, Paulette and Mia.
Thank you.
My girls. Y'all have a wonderful holiday. We'll be back on the 20th. I think I'm taping on the 20th.
Have a
We'll be
phenomenal
back.
day.
But
y'all.
have a phenomenal day and a phenomenal
Phenomenal
holiday. Definitely.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much. God bless.
God bless. God bless.
Hey, how are you doing? This is Antoinette Louise Joy, the author of Becoming Phenomenal. This is an hour of girl talk. Me and my girls are going to be kicking it on subjects like diet, nutrition, love, romance, marriage, dating, clothes, what to wear, fashion, hair, wig. We're going to talk about all that. If you want to comment or even if you want to ask a question, you can call us. The number's at the bottom of the screen. This is my dream come true. What is yours? God is good all the time, and you can become phenomenal too.